I'm Royal, I'm rank 1 in Wild Rift, and I'm playing on a fresh new account all the way from Unranked to Challenger. I'll be playing every role with many different champions to show you how to climb and win in every elo. Jumping into the first game, I'm playing Jax versus Gragas. This is a pretty hard matchup for Jax because he can just body slam me every trade and then walk away. So you do want to play safe until you get your Divine Sunder. So I do make a mistake here by jumping onto this minion by accident, and he does get first blood on me. However, I did manage to drop the ignite, and the last turret shot does take him down. I want to keep showing you this laning phase because this is a great learning opportunity. Watch what happens when I come back to lane. Notice how the wave is positioned. The wave is slowly pushing into me, meaning that he's losing minions because his minions are killing my minions faster. So this is exactly what I want because my jungler is topside. So now he's completely zoned off from the freezing wave. He has to do something, he has to react because he's going to keep losing minions. And since my jungler is topside, he can't walk up because he will die to Zed. And this is my opportunity to jump in on him and zone him completely from the minion wave so he loses XP. Now he's walking up to try and get the XP, and I get a good trade on him, and now he's very low HP and my Zed will be able to just pick him off. Notice what I do with the wave here. It's still pushing to me because we both have siege minions, but he has 3 ranged minions and I only have 1 ranged minion. So it's gonna keep pushing to me. So knowing that, I base without touching the minions or pushing them, and I come back to another frozen wave. And now I'm level 5 and he's level 4 because he lost XP before. So he used his body slam and now walks up without body slam. So this is my opportunity to get a kill on him because he has to walk up to the minions to last hit and get XP. Now I'm gonna choose, I could have frozen the wave again, but I'm gonna choose not to because I know that if I get turret platings here, I will be able to afford my first item. So I push the wave, get turret platings because Jax just gets them so quickly. The Gragas does a little misplay here, I didn't jump, he probably expected me to jump. And I will have enough gold for my first item. Now this matchup is still hard, but I'm so ridiculously ahead from the turret platings and from the XP and zoning him from minions that I'm able to kill him. And gets to a point where I'm playing Jax, right? I'm able to just easily 2v1 Pyke and Gragas in the top lane. However, I do get a little cocky here, and their entire team pulls up, and I'm literally in a 5v1 situation. And while, yeah, that does suck, and I shouldn't have gotten caught out, I should have backed off. Look at what my team is able to do. We're able to completely push down bot turret, and Ari got most of mid turret, while Zed kind of stalled their backs and traded 1 for 1. And this is massive because even though we're close in kills, we have now gotten 5 turrets to their 0, and the enemy team shortly after just surrenders because they're just so far behind in gold that they just give up. So that's the great thing about Jax. By pressuring the enemy team and forcing them to take multiple members in one lane, your team is able to get many objectives and turrets in other parts of the map. And we will be promoting to Bronze 3. Moving on to the next game. One of you suggested that I play Graves in a solo lane, and the enemy team picked Irelia, which is a great opportunity for me to pick Graves, because with my third ability I can easily dodge her stun, making it a pretty favorable matchup, since he's also melee and I'm ranged. However, this was a very difficult game for me to win, because my duo lane was just getting stomped. Look at this, 3 minutes into the game, and the enemy team is farming them between 2 turrets. They've already gotten like 4 turret platings, but I do manage to rotate and clean this up. Get myself 2 very, very important kills and try to shut down the enemy duo lane. Unfortunately, this game does not go as I have planned, even though I'm 8-2-1. My team has just completely inted the entire time, and I'm walking around, I'm getting kills, I'm playing the game well, and there was just nothing I could do. It was a very depressing game, so I didn't show too many highlights from it. I'm still trying to defend in my last breath, but it honestly felt like my team were bots. Like they were just not doing anything the entire time. And I don't want to flame them. I understand that when playing low elo, but it felt like they were bots. And I don't mean in a negative way. They were just not doing anything. They were just walking into lane, dying, and walking into lane and dying over and over again. And now I realize why once I look at the end game screen. 3 of my teammates were literally AFK, so the bots were playing for them. So that explains a lot. I guess we'll take another loss and we'll move on to the next game where I'm playing Katarina. I'm laning versus Ziggs mid lane, so I do not want to get poked down, and I do want to put him in lethal range, meaning that he has very low HP so I can one-shot him, because my burst combo is stronger than his burst combo. I'm getting poked quite a bit, but he's also very low, so we both kind of succeeded. But I am able to outplay him and pick up the solo kill. Now we get to a very important part of Katarina. These first 2v2 and 3v3 fights are gonna determine if you get fed or not, so you have to play them as good as possible. So in this fight, I'm watching out for the Pantheon stun. I want to stay away from the Pantheon stun so that I don't get bursted down. And I'm able to dash to Master Yi just in time to avoid both the exhaust and the Pantheon stun. And then I'm just able to clean it up since there's no exhaust or stuns to stop me. Now that I've gotten this big advantage, it's very easy to play Katarina from here. You're just picking off kills because you're just doing so much damage and the enemies can't really stop you. I just need to make sure that I'm voiding the enemy team CC and I'll be unstoppable. One thing you do want to do once you do get lead is roam around with Katarina and get into these teamfight situations where you're just doing so much damage. It's so hard for the enemy team to react. So this game was just a stomp after that early lead that I was able to get by correctly analyzing the fight and not jumping into the Pantheon stun and MF exhaust, letting them wasted and then cleaning them up. But after that we're just messing around. I'm way too fast, so I'm just killing them over and over on Katarina. We're just messing around until we finish up the game. Playing Katarina when you're this fight is actually extremely fun, but definitely not many opportunities to learn, so I will just skip over this game after I showed you what you should do in the early game and how you should play it. We've been promoted to Bronze 1. Moving on to the next game, I'm playing Lee Sin jungle, and the enemy team has an Ashe top lane that was actually AFK for the first 2 waves, so he's behind. I see that, and obviously I'm gonna path to top lane and try to make plays there. I'm able to harass the enemy jungler, abusing my stronger top side. And here, this is a bit of a misplay to be honest, but there was a big chance I didn't even kill him by donate red buff over to the Ashe, which I will come and claim a little later. But again, as you can see, I'm camping this top lane Ashe because it's a very easy win condition for me. TF comes with a weird kind of roam. I feel like my Yone could have killed him there, but that's okay because Twisted Fate decides to stay with 1 HP and no mana, so we're still able to clean him up. Every time I'm walking back to base and into my camps, I constantly look at the map and what I can be doing, what lane I should be pathing to. And here I see that the enemy jungler is harassing my middle laner and I have an opportunity to go and counter gank and clean up. And that's what I do. This is what I really like about Lee Sin. Look how creative his ganks can be. Even under turret, you can just jump under the turret, get a good kick and clean up the enemy. I flash away from the turret range because I'm afraid that the echo will stun me even though the stun was not there. Then I path top lane and pick up another kill on the top lane Ashe. So we're getting really fed this game on Lee Sin. Moving on to the dragon fight, now it's the time to transition that lead into the rest of the map. Swain does a very good engage and I'm able to get a good kick on the enemy dual lane. Weird Sona flash and we're able to win the team fight very convincingly 4-4-0 in the 4v4 fight. And we're gonna get the dragon. Moving on, I'm still trying to snowball the game, however my dual lane has fallen really far behind at this point. So I'm trying to snowball the map as fast as I can in top lane and in mid lane. Keep chain killing the Twisted Fate and the Ashe and the Echo. But I have underestimated how strong the enemy dual lane actually is. It practically one-shot me here and now I'm starting to get scared because of how well Sona is gonna scale into the late game. Even though I have 20 kills, the enemy team is very strong. The enemy dual lane, Sona and Samira. But I do have secured 2 dragons for my team. And now I pick off the enemy jungler right before the 3rd dragon. So I will be able to secure 3 dragons and hopefully win the game. We zone out the enemy team. However, Swain keeps chasing for no reason. But we do get a dragon, so it's okay. As long as we can defend for a little bit, we'll be in a 5v5 situation. But Ezreal just walks in for no reason and dies. And then Lux tries to help him for no reason and dies as well. So now we're in a critical situation where only me and Yone are alive. Even though we do have 3 dragons, and we will likely win if we can just defend a little longer until my team spawns, Yone goes and gets caught out as well. I can't believe my eyes. All 4 of them walked in one by one and died for no reason. So now the enemy team is gonna push down mid and it's only up to me to defend. I'm still in disbelief that my team just walked one by one and died. You never want to do this in any elo. Please don't walk by yourself into 5 people and die. So now I have to defend by myself versus 5 champions. I get the stasis off to stall a little longer. Maybe that was even a mistake, but I'm not able to defend and we do lose. This was a very tilting game. Many things I could have probably done better. I'm just surprised the Yone couldn't do more with his lead, and now I understand why. He's AFK. Even though I did camp his lane and give him a strong lead, he goes AFK. There's just so many AFKs in this elo, I don't understand why people just stop playing the game halfway through. Anyway, on the next game we're playing Master Yi jungle. I'm able to pick up a free kill bot lane because of the overextended Ashe. I'm gonna do Skull Crab, and this is a very big learning opportunity. We see Vi path to the Skull Crab, so Twitch reacts, I'm pinging him as well, and we're able to get an easy kill. I hold my Alpha Strike until either she's dead or she flashes, so I'm able to catch up without wasting my own flash. And then I path top lane for this honestly kind of bad gank from me. I didn't expect Mundo to be this tanky. I thought I was able to just kill him easier. I could have maybe flashed away here and meditated and survived, but I will trade 1 for 1. And this is another learning opportunity for items. You see how I'm able to get 2 component items, but not my full Blade of the Ruined King. However, I'm able to get a full Phantom Dancer. So I go for that instead, so I can have a completed item instead of 2 components. Moving on, I'm letting my Twitch kind of bait them in before I go in. And we're able to pick 2 quick kills. And this a massive misplay. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. I'm pretty rusty on Master Yi, but this was a big mechanical misplay. Moving on, I'm able to get a Herald. I place a top lane, and this Mundo is completely disrespecting that his turret is about to go down. So just immediately engage on him as the Herald is charging up, because I know that he will destroy the turret. And we're able to pick off the Mundo. And now at this point, me and the Twitch have gotten really fed, so we're just doing Master Yi things. We're running around the map, killing the enemies that are caught out and not grouping. And we're able to pick off, I think we've got 2 kills so far. 3 with the Blitzcrank. And now their carries are left alone. So we're gonna make it 4 with the Soriana. I am very low, but the Twitch is gonna come help me, and we're gonna make it 5 with the Ashe. So this was the mistake that my team was doing last game, and now the enemy team is doing. Just chain inting 1 by 1 instead of grouping. Make sure you're grouping in the mid to late game. So here the enemy team tries to chase down Twitch. I'm waiting in the bush. I'm able to pick off the Orianna. And now I've stacked my Lethal Tempo, I've stacked my Phantom Dancer, and I'm playing Master Yi with my ult. I'm getting my resets. And even with exhaust, I'm still dealing an insane amount of damage. And after a few more teamfights that go the exact same way, in this teamfight I actually don't have ult, so it's a little awkward for me. But Twitch is able to clean it up. He's actually really fed. He's played this game very well. We're just doing Master Yi things and team fighting and stacking up and auto attacking as much as possible. And this is the last team fight where we're just running at them, we're one-shotting their ADC and their tank. Or it's able to clean up the fight. And that will be it for this game. The enemy team will surrender, and this will mark our promotion into Silver. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Comment down below what champions I should play in Silver. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe for more Wild Rift content.